Hello and good evening. I'm Johnny, your DM, and tonight I'm joined by Brad.
Hiya.
Becki.
Hello.
Christine.
Oh.
Ryan.
Oh.
Sean.
Hello.
And Dan.
Hello.
How is everyone's week, folks?
Good.
Can
I
Just disappeared this one.
Can I just point out that Johnny doesn't do those names in a particular order, so we're all like waiting here, like, is it going to be me first? Is it going to be me next? Like,
It's always been me first. I don't know what you're on about, Ryan.
Yeah, well, yeah, right, yeah, whatever.
It's literally whoever's. I just worked down the list. It's all on a screen.
Who got the D20, Brad?
Yeah,
Who got the D20? So.
If you
people at
want to be
home will
called
know
out
who logged
earlier,
on
you got
first,
to join the
basically.
call earlier.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? So everyone at home can tell, can't they? The order at which we turned
Who was
up.
here first? Teachers.
Teachers'
always.
pet.
Teacher's
Yeah.
pet. You sit
Exactly.
in the front of the class.
That's how you get top billing on this show. You just have to get on the Zoom call first. That's the rule.
Yeah.
Dan will attest as a fellow teacher. We never have favourite pupils all the time.
Never have them all the time. What?
Occasionally, you'll hate them all. That's the
No.
idea, isn't it?
Frankly, my sister and my brother-in-law are expecting. They're due a baby in a couple of weeks.
Is that going to be their favourite? Being the only one?
They,
Or is it
well,
gonna
the problem that they've got is there's so many names that they don't want because Angeline's been a teacher for like 15 years.
Oh,
No, the struggle is real.
Can I
on that.
suggest Thor?
oh,
Do
that's
you know
good.
what? Funnily enough, my brother-in-law already had that, but my sister is no. So hey,
My little one was Thor was on the table. It
For
got
how
very
long?
quickly vetoed, sadly.
Oh.
I'm very disappointed.
I'm working with a Tora, which is like spelt like Thor, but with an E at the end.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
oh, fair enough.
I have to say, my wife and I are in complete agreement over names, which is something that is very rare.
Well, everything's been a no so far.
No. Like, we don't like to curse our luck, but our first year, as long as we have a boy and a girl, names are locked in. If it deviates
Sean's
at
the
all,
boy, but what would the girl
it's
be?
definitely not.
Shauna.
Shauna, yeah.
Shauna,
Don't,
sir.
don't tell anyone your choices. Don't tell them your choices. Don't do it.
Well, all I'd say to anyone that knows me is
I'll
that
steal
the
it.
name for a woman is very obvious, because it'd be named after my dear
Nikki.
mother.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's a nice name.
She doesn't watch the stream. It's
No,
fine.
it's fine. Although, genuine story, her mum and dad liked the name Nicholas, and we're going to go with Nicholas for a boy, and then went, close enough, Nicola in it.
Aww.
Love it.
I do know someone called Brianna, and I asked her why she was called Brianna, and she said because they thought she was going to be a boy and had chosen Brian. Which is an interesting name for a baby anyway, but it was like a few years
It
ago.
is an
I won't-
interesting
I won't
Brian
give
the
it away.
baby. I love it.
I mean, there's only one letter difference.
Hey,
from my
every
name.
Brian in the world was a baby
Yeah,
at
it's
one
true.
point. Do you know what I mean?
So was every Engelbert.
Yeah.
True.
Hilda.
Hilda,
Yeah.
Ethel.
Mabel.
Mhm.
Actually,
Mabel's kind of cute for a baby, though, isn't it?
It's coming back.
Baby
Quite like
Mabel. That's really sweet.
Mabel's kind of cool now. Yeah. Yeah.
actually, I have to say, I've taught a few Ethels, Mabels, and a few Veras in the last year. So some of
Have
these
you
old
taught
names.
Humperdinck?
Johnny's a vampire and he's 400 years old.
Oh,
Lisa,
Brian.
My
last
sister-
300 years.
This is my sister again because we're talking now. But she had a student who you know that first lesson where the teacher reads out the names and they're trying to desperately to pronounce everything properly, and so she got to one girl on the list and she went Chevron, and the girl goes, no miss, it's Siobhan, and she's like, do you want to spell that for me? Yes, Chevron. She's like, right, okay.
I mean,
I've
You
seen
say
some
that
weird
Siobhan.
Chevons,
That's
right?
Siobhan.
But that's Chevron. Yeah.
I know.
look, it's as you know, several of us on this will attest to. Like, I've not got the easiest surname to spell or say at all.
No,
And
I don't
yet-
attempt it.
It's really easy. Just think of Geronimo with an L. Di Girolamo. Very
And
easy.
that's why I always
Um,
deliberately say it as Geronimo.
Or Girolamo.
Yeah, because Johnny's not tired of that. For
Yeah.
My phone used to say announce people's calls. So when Johnny called, it was always call from Johnny Di Girolamo. So that's how that's not how you pronounce it.
I don't want to say that, phone like Siri and
racist.
other versions. It's racist. It's just racism. But as a teacher, I've seen some weird names, and it's terrifying because I teach so many classes, and they all come up, and you're always guessing. Like every time you see Maya, the fear in a teacher's eyes, because it's either Maya or
Yeah.
Maya, but don't
of
you
course.
dare get it wrong. because you will get the look of, sir, it's really obvious. Well, it's really not. There are two spellings, and it's the exact same word.
Have you seen that Key and Peele sketch?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Speaking of
That's
Key and
definitely-
Peele, let's
good.
segue
Honestly.
into someone who had a regular name for a child. Martin's a sort of fairly standard baby
See what
name,
you did
isn't it?
there?
And a dance
Yeah.
name. That's a good set. I thought I'd follow
Wow.
Johnny's
Awful.
segues.
It was
Wow.
almost as good as Johnny's segs. So
Hey,
I'm trying.
True.
Man. I'm trying. Yeah, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so we want to just represent mad props to
Dr. King.
mad props to the doctor.
Doctor.
We seem so
Keeping it real. That was
Oh,
brilliant.
Jesus.
I don't know.
You went
I
there.
personally, I think this is a good. It's a good opportunity to upskill because I don't know what he was doctor of, what he did to get the doctorate. So I'm gonna, after this session, I'm gonna go and have a look. There's no excuse for me not to know. I know Martin Luther King Jr., the legend, but I don't. But I've actually genuinely, I've seen Selma.
I
Everyone's
read
seen Selma.
something from his daughter today. At one point, he was the most hated man in America, according to a poll. Which
Yeah.
is
It
which is pretty
19
crazy.
When he made the speech, when he made the "I Have a Dream" speech, it was was it 66? I think I could get that wrong.
I'm young.
68.
Someone can correct me. 68. Okay, cool. But she said that I think it was twice as many people thought he was abhorrent as actually thought that he was speaking. Well, he was good.
Pricks.
Yeah.
Well, luckily
English
America
should be
has,
iconic.
English.
Yeah, sure.
It moved
Luckily,
on.
America has really moved on. They're,
America's is pretty dicey. And speaking of dice,
Oh,
Nice.
what a
That was a
segue.
how you do it.
smooth move.
thank
Uh,
you.
We didn't
See,
even
take
say
notes.
anything.
Lovely. This is so mad props here to
Yes.
Taj, who last week, member of the community of the Blood and
Yes.
Song community, also just want to say has taken up on the wonderful offer that Ryan put out there. If he did get some dice, what were you going to do, Ryan?
I was gonna provide them to Bradley because he's.
Oh no, I thought you were going to do something if he received some dice. Anyway,
Sure, I remember.
Taj.
It's a 3.
Taj has provided you not with one set of dice, Bradley,
Yeah.
but with a treasure trove of dice.
wow.
I don't
Wow,
think this is
there.
quite going to hold. it
No,
all
you just have to
anymore.
get
just
rid of
throw
some of
all of
those.
those away.
All of those
Yeah.
ones just go
Yeah.
straight
chuck
in
No,
the
no,
bin.
no.
But also,
jail. They
he's
can go in
given
dice
you.
jail.
They go
Hang on,
into
there's
dice
it's
jail.
more than this, Brad. He's given you
Oh,
comes
that's
with a
epic.
Oh, you didn't tell me about this
with a
bit.
dice bag
my
with a
God, look.
firebird on it.
That's
Oh.
amazing.
That's
That is-
incredible.
That is incredible.
So Taj,
Yeah, thank you very much.
amazing work. First member of our community to send in, but not the last to send in gifts to the Blood and Song.
I really like those new Teslas, and I don't have a car, but so I
or a
really
driving
need it.
license.
Or a license.
Yeah, or a
Drive.
driving license. But if you're gonna get me
So-
something,
But
it's
Teslas
gotta be a
drive
Tesla.
themselves.
Brad-
You don't need one.
Let's always forget that the Tesla is priced at the amazing price of $69,420, which is
Someone's
That's
got their
a-
piggy bank saving up.
No,
You know that amount.
because it's come on now, it's 69,420. Like what is
That's a man who should not be in the position that,
that is
he is.
the richest man in
And
the
yet
world.
he's the richest man in the world.
That is the Ripper. That is the Ripper of our world. Is
That's
Elon
right, yeah.
Musk, isn't it?
He is, but like Elon Musk, Ripper will get shit done. There you go, Johnny. There's your segue.
I like it.
That's
I like
okay.
it.
Talking of getting shit done, I guess. we
I
have
just-
social media, don't we? That we needs plugging before we jump into all of this nonsense.
We
I
do.
mean, fun.
If you're watching us and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe or like. The more subscribers we get, remember, if we get Twitch affiliate status, we're all going to cosplay as our characters. Thanks for
I've
that.
forgotten that.
Yeah.
Only a few more follows. Just
Yeah,
20
we're
or
getting
so.
pretty close. So really appreciate all the
Brad's already
followers.
got the
thanks for
Firebird
everyone-
now. Just puts that bag on his shoulder.
Oh, for sure.
Smashed it.
Yeah,
Smashed
thanks
it.
to everyone who's already subscribed and liked and followed and is sharing us and watching us. We really appreciate it. Wouldn't do anything without
Tell
you
your
guys.
tell your friends to do the same thing as well. And if you hate us, tell your friends to also like us and subscribe to us so they can throw some hate at us.
Yeah, like I said in the
I
previous episode,
don't know
anything
about
on the
that.
traffic on the social media is
Yeah.
good, right? So
Is it?
Well, within
question.
no.
You can rewind and question whether I did an accidental black power earlier on, which I sort of think I accidentally did. So
Thank
when
God
we're
you
talking
drew
about
attention
Taj,
to it. Otherwise,
Yeah,
that might have
we-
just...
We never would have
Because-
known because it was
and I-
off
'cause I-
camera on stream.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? I could do
But
as
now
many
you brought it up.
symbols as I like
So
outside of
segueing juicily to Johnny, but don't forget our Twitter Bloodsong Party and our Insta and Facebook Blood and Song. Hit us up. We're all active now. You never know who you're going to get.
Yeah.
Like a seven-faced god. You never know which one you're going to be talking to as of a day.
Talking of seven gods,
Yes.
that's how it's done, boys.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It's all right, you need to set them up. Shall we? I think it's time to, you guys quit stalling long enough. Let's find out what's going to happen in this week's episode of Blood and Song. Welcome.
Hello.
So, last time on Blood and Song, we had what was described to me just after the last stream as, genuinely like the most relaxing episode we've ever played. It was really needed. And then the ending. So, last episode, our party had arrived in the town of Timbergrasp, situated on the trade roads of the Imperial Highway between Cinderbane, Deepwood, and Shademantle, their destination. And in Timbergrasp, they decided to split the party and do some shopping. Lack and Seed brought some gifts back for everybody. The others headed to the baths and took in some relaxation. Octavius had the most relaxing day, which is poignant, really, because he had a lovely steam bath, just got all chilled out. They had dinner, and then they headed for a lovely night's sleep. In about 3-4 in the morning, in the middle of this night's sleep, the party awoke to a scream. Octavius awoke to
More
a
like a
knife
gargle.
in his chest. And that is where we are picking up. So, can everybody roll initiative?
Yeah, get that music kicking.
Do I still have a plus for initiative if I'm unconscious?
Yes, you still have your
Okay, it
normal
doesn't matter.
initiative
It
roll.
doesn't matter. I rolled a 2.
Bradded the dice. Bradded the dice.
We need to get those new dice to him really
Taj is
quickly.
almost too late.
You need to know, Brad, that in my family session, that bradding the dice has become an official term.
It's terrible.
Hashtag,
That's terrible.
Hashtag bradding the dice.
Good.
get that
riding the
trending.
dice. So, anyone get over 20?
29. You're welcome.
Ooh.
Hey,
I'm on 20.
thank you. Oh, I haven't done
That alert feat,
character.
I think, is a little bit heavy. I'm
That
assuming
sounds
they
like
got
a good
30.
start, doesn't it? Sounds like a good start.
Yeah. 32. So right,
Literally
think
magical.
15 to 20.
I got 17.
17.
I'm genuinely
32.
nervous because I always forget what my character can do. So now I'm desperately trying to look to see if I can. keep
This is
something
why
like
you need
that.
to write
Do
it
that.
on the wall like I did.
Okay, Ripper and Faeza, how do you do?
I got
Ripper?
I got 11 as well. I've got a +2 to Dex.
Faeza, what's your dex score?
My dex is +1.
So it's going to go Ripper, Faeza, and then Octavius bringing
I
up
rolled a
the
6.
rear. Okay, so Over on Foundry, you should now see the situation. It is night, the light is dim. You are in your rooms sleeping when you hear a piercing scream. As you are still lying bed in Octavius's room, I need everyone to take their headphones off for a second, please. You're lying there on the bed, your eyes open. Your breathing is slow. You can feel blood flowing into your lungs. And as you look up, you see the most glowing blue eyes looking down at you. They've almost got like a faint aura of magic dripping out. This figure reaches down and you see a glowing blue symbol in her head. Long, dark hair and dark, Indiri skin. She reaches down, looks at you and just cocks her head before whispering, "Well, this is a sad turn of affairs. I did not mean for this to happen, you know, but I was paid. Your brother sends his regards." Everyone else, headphones back on, please. Okay. That being done, we're just waiting for the others to pop their headphones and things back on. And Lack, you hear a scream.
Where from?
From, I would say, you remember where Octavius's room was the night before. You recognise Octavius's voice.
Okay. I shall shout very loudly, "Brother, wake up!" And then I shall dive through the door and make my way to Octavius's room.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 to get to the door. How
I
much
have
movement?
another 15 foot of movement, so I shall burst through the door if possible.
5, 10. So you burst 10 feet into the door, and you see an Indiran woman leaning over Octavius. In both hands, she has 2 daggers. Down each dagger runs blue glowing runes, and it's almost got like mist and blue smoke coming off. Can you just make a quick insight check, please?
Okay. Oh, that's actually quite a good modifier. 24. 17 plus 7.
As you kind of do this quick stop and look down and look back, I'm assuming, are you holding your spear? The tip of your spear and the smoke coming off her weapons looks eerily similar.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Where is she in the room? 'Cause I can't quite see in because I haven't moved into the room yet.
There we go. So if you refresh your...
I can see
Foundry.
her now. So if I
Fantastic.
moved 10 foot in, I was here. Sorry, I'm...
So you've just... So the room is essentially like a 20 foot by 20 foot square with a bed right at the bottom right hand corner. You've just come in from the north. Moving
so
in
I've
10
got
feet puts
5
you into contact with
foot
her.
more of movement, haven't I?
Yes.
So I think I will put myself between her and the table.
Okay.
Possible.
So the table behind you to the wall, you've now got her
Yes.
directly in front of you.
That's right. And I would like to grapple her.
Okay. Make a contested strength check, please.
Christine, is that you flicking through your book to find out what grappling is?
That's 19, which I was not expecting.
That's pretty reasonable. I'm currently unsure. Hang on, let me just check.
She's fast, so I'm hoping she's like me, fast and not strong.
Okay, well, what is your initiative? What's your dexterity score?
5.
Also a 5. So I think we're going to re-roll.
Okay. Well, that's 17.
So as you momentarily look, you just reach forward and grab her forearms, and you connect solidly, and she just takes it and just looks up at you, cocking her head.
Okay. Well, I shall try and. All I'm trying to do is hold her arms up and away from Octavius and sort of drag her. And
So where they were sort of, one had come down, and you see they'd both been at a kind of resting position, like ready to. So you've just grabbed the forearms, which is stopping her moving them forward at least, and moving them up. Okay. Yeah. She's taking it. Her hands are now like that.
Yeah. My bonus action will be to shout, "Everyone, there's some bad things happening."
Okay. Right. That's your turn. Seed, you are up.
Okay, so I think I'm going to use my movement and then my action to dash so that I can travel further, because I'm a little bit further down the corridor away from Octavius's room.
15, 20. So you get, you've got 10 feet left of your dash movement, 5 feet as you walk in the door, which is now swung open, and you see Lak holding a strange woman by the hands, or by the arms.
Okay, in which case, as I've now used my action to reach this point, I'm going to stay where I am so I'm not blocking the door for anyone else coming in. And I'm going to
Okay, so you can use your last 5 feet of movement just to move out of the way of the door.
Yeah, I'll tuck
horizontally.
in.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tuck in so that other people can get through the doorway and use my bonus action to inspire Lak.
Okay, so you tuck right into the top left corner, if we're looking at this from a plain view, so that you are as far away as you possibly can be, leaving the door free, and you get your drum out, you start playing. Lak, you feel things might be okay. 6, you are up.
Right, I would like to, just correct me on this, I would like to use my extended movement, my dash, which uses up an action, but then I would like to use a further, I want to use the maneuver I have that gives me an extra action. Is that possible to do? I've not
just
used
have a double check. So normally the second
before.
action comes when it's 2 melee attacks.
With an action surge is what it's called, Sean.
Yes.
So action surge, yeah, you can literally just take another action. That's absolutely fine.
Wonderful. So if in that case, what I'd like to
5,
do is
10,
I'd like
15,
to move.
20, 25, 30.
I'd like to move. Could I move to the opposite side of her? So with Lak restraining, I believe he's restraining her arms in some fashion. Would I be able to then move behind her?
Absolutely would. That does use your action, but then you can action surge to take your second action.
That's wonderful. So, okay, I'd love to do that. And with my action, I would like to attack. And yeah, I'd just like to attack her for now.
Okay, then make an attack roll, please. So you've leapt from your bed. A reminder to everyone that all your ACs are now 10 plus your dex, because you definitely didn't sleep in your armor. So aside from Lak,
oh dear,
who's unarmored, you are currently a little bit under thing, but you have grabbed your weapon from the side of the bed at least.
Yeah. Lak's the Tuscan Raider over there.
I've just watched Star Wars with the little one, so that might be where that came from.
I wouldn't have worn my chainmail, but would I have been able to grab my shield at the same time as my sword?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
I'd say you haven't got it strapped on at the moment, so you've kind of been running and strapping it as you've taken an action surge. I'd say for a trained soldier, picking up their shield whilst running, sure.
Okay, sweep it up because it'd be part of the same thing for my class. In that case, instead of an attack, I'd like to use healing hands, because I believe I would be able to touch Octavius from here. And I'd like to use healing hands on him and restore 4 of his hit points.
Okay. Octavius, you have 4 hit points back.
I believe that's everything for me.
Yes. Okay.
The
Fantastic.
brothers are backing down.
Ripper, you are up.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Ripper will wake with the start. And then, because no one had put a stone under him to sleep, like the rest of you guys have been doing normally. And Ripper is going to run into the room. I don't think I need to remind anybody that in an opportunity
30.
when he can, Ripper is stark bollock naked.
Yes. Currently, just as the thing, as you run using all your movements, that leaves you currently 5 feet away, 10 feet away from her. Luckily, have you grabbed your staff?
Yes, but it's only 5 feet because it's a quarterstaff.
So you are just
Which
outside
one?
attack
Bradley,
range.
I saw your laugh. Yeah, I saw your laugh, and I'm not stupid.
Come on,
to that
boys,
level.
keep it above the table in all manner, please.
Yeah.
Life or death here.
I definitely, yeah, there's nothing I really can do. Oh no, that is absolutely not true. I see that we've got 3 people in the room that aren't us, so I'm gonna use bless on Lack, on Seed, and Lack, Seed, and 6 as well. So you guys can add a d4 to your rolls whenever you are
Attacking
to
or
the
saving,
roll to
isn't it?
attack or a saving throw. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, attacks or saving throws to the attack roll, not so it's to the hit, not to the damage. +4 or plus a d4. Okay, thank you. So that's your movement and action. Any bonus?
No, I'm gonna save those for now.
Okay, Faeza, you are up.
You. I'm going to use dash because I've only got 25 foot of movement. So,
Yeah.
but I'd like to stop just outside the door, which is open, isn't it?
5, 10, 15, 25. So it in fact uses all of your dash to get just to the door. You can peek in around the corner, but that is it.
Cool. I'm going to, because I've got a 30-foot range on it, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Octavius.
Is that a bonus action?
That is a bonus action.
Ooh,
So
marvelous.
I know, right? So
It
that
is.
wards a creature. Just a heads up, it lasts for a minute. It wards a creature against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. And on that failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. The spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects, such as explosions or fireballs.
Lovely, thank you. Excellent use of your turn. And is Toots following?
Toots is going to follow, but she's got 40 foot of movement. I think that she would have to dash to catch up to me.
Yeah, she would.
So I'd like, if possible, I'd like her to dash so she's to the east of me, so she can
40.
peek in through the door as well.
Okay, so that is using
Does that-
her dash as well, and it gets just to there. Yeah.
Cool, great.
Okay, so you've now got Faeza and Toots just outside the door. Everyone else is now cramped in this small room that is very crowded. It's only lit by the dim moonlight shining through the southwestern window and a small flickering oil lamp in the corner. Octavius, it is your turn. You are on mute.
Thank you. That was a close one, and I'm going to cast Bark Skin on myself.
Okay.
Which means I now have an AC of 16. And then as a bonus, she's grappled, so that would be an attack with disadvantage if I moved away, right?
If she chooses to take her opportunity attack, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't see any reason why she shouldn't, because she's trying to kill me. It's her job. I'm going to move away.
Oh, sorry, grappled just means that her movement is 0. She can still
Oh,
attack
yeah, that's
absolutely
right.
fine.
Do
That's
everything
right.
when she's
Yeah.
grappled. Yeah.
Yeah. If you attack her, you lose the Sanctuary spell, by the way.
I know, I
That's
realise that, so I don't want to attack
That's
her.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to move away. I'm going to move next to Ripper, to the east of Ripper. Well, actually,
So
I'm
you-
prone, so I can't make it that far, can I?
No, so once you stood, you can probably get so you stand 5, 10. You could just get to past Seed, so kind of crawling over the table, crawling off this bloody bed. You head to the western side. You can crawl just kind of through Lack almost, and just kind of lying on the floor, just manage to stand up.
Blood seeping through the now bark that's covering my skin.
Absolutely. Then we come back round, and this would-be assassin just looks at you, Lack, and then suddenly her eyes, now you're looking at them, you see they are glowing, and they've got the same kind of mist, steam coming off them. You actually see a bindi in her head that's bright glowing blue, the same glowing blue, that's also giving off light. Her dagger's giving off light. She just smiles. and disappears.
Okay, job
She
done.
suddenly
Everyone back to bed. Oh, no, hang on.
reappears out of your grasp. And she is back by Octavius. She is going to take one swing at you, Lack.
Mm-hmm.
And the other dagger is going for Octavius. So the first roll against Lack is... Oh, you lucky boy. Is going to be... What's the pluses on that by this point? That becomes a plus. That's a lot. That is a 28 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Just.
And that does... Oh, where's my... There we go. There's one. I've lost my second one. There it is. Oh. 5 plus 9. So that's 13... Well, 4 points of... 7 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 4 points of magic damage as she cuts across you.
Magic,
and you
anything?
feel you feel this kind of same strange burning sensation as you've smelt and seen when you've wielded the spear.
Okay.
Then you kind of feel your skin, just the little lacerations have this blue tinge around the edge, almost like a kind of weird gas fire or something. Her other attack is made at disadvantage. Was that right, Christine? Oh no, she attacks. She's got to make a wisdom save. Sorry, you are muted, Faeza. Wisdom save
Yes,
currently
wisdom save.
is 16.
It beats it.
Okay.
Because
So
wisdom save's got to be 13.
in that case, rolls with that becomes a 15. Octavius.
The AC 16 because of bark skin.
So as she comes around, one just slices across Lack. She twirls, and as she twirls, you can see that she's almost got like a top that kind of goes over just one shoulder and wraps around her. It's like kind of the top part of a sari, but it's been tied off and cut off at the waist, so it's become like a crop top in this kind of lovely kind of deep blue. And as she spins, these tails on her trousers spin out, kind of dazzling, and the second hand comes flying towards you, Octavius, but you just kind of reach back and you feel the knife scrape across the bark, and a bit of kind of splintered wood just flashes off. But currently, all is fine. So she has used that and she has used that. That is her turn. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Next up then, Lack, your turn.
Well, I shall kick her. I put my spear, I spin my spear and I put it back, and as I do so, I like spin my spear over the head so she's distracted by it, and then I kick up into her chin.
Oh, so that's some Killick stuff from Soul Calibur.
Exactly.
Right. Glad
You've got your blessed, remember, as well.
Oh, thank you. That might help. So 12 plus 7, 19 might not hit. 19 a hit?
Just hits.
Okay, well, with the bless, that's 21, so that's all good. But I'm doing my unarmed strike, so it's only 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And I will continue that and do like a guile flip kick and kick her with the other one as I go up as my bonus action. That is, and a bless, otherwise that would be 18, 21 again. For 11 points of damage on the follow-up.
Okay. So you do...
Oh no, I can't do 11 points of damage. I rolled
No.
a D6 instead of a D4. 9 points of damage.
There we go.
So 9 points of damage on that. And
A
then
respectable 16.
Yeah, then I shall move round. No, I'm going to move. Yeah, I'm going to block the window. So I'm going to move.
Can move back.
Yeah, I can't be attacked because I've got the mobile feat.
That's fine. So you quickly lay some of your moves on her and then dodge back. Just as she's reeling from one of the kicks that's pushed her forward, you take the opportunity to jump back to the window, blocking it. Seed, you're up.
Okay, I am going to reach forward and lightly touch Octavius's shoulder closing my eyes for a second and whispering something and casting Cure Wounds, which will give you 7 points of healing. And as our rest was interrupted, I have no more bonus actions or anything I can do, so that's me.
Yes, do remember you have not had your long rest yet, it has not completed. So, thank you. 6, you are up.
Okay. 6 is sort of almost rectangular sword. It's like a half scimitar, half samurai sword. He's got it. It always is obviously in its holster. Nope, it's not called a holster.
Sheath.
It's a sheath.
Or scabbard.
Or a scabbard. Just take your pick. Take your pick. I'm leaving it open for you to decide. I think he'll take the movement towards. Let me think. Probably, let's not block. Yeah, I think just to the east of this mystery assassin.
Okay, so using essentially using Octavius to flank her. So
yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And the sword comes out in like an ultra quick movement, and I just I'm going to attack her for. Oh, you son of a bitch! I got a natural 1. So
automatically misses, I'm afraid. So as you reach out with the scimitar,
basically just kept it in.
You pull it out ridiculously quickly, and in all your experience, this should be a kill strike. And without even looking, ding! This hand just pulls to the back, and the dagger grabs it, and she twirls and swings it until she's now facing you, and she just looks at you and smiles.
I can do no more. I use my bonus action to smile back.
Okay.
In a charming fashion.
Ripper, use up.
I am going to. Well, I've got my stick. She's right there in front of me. I've also got my staff. I'm going to hit her.
Okay.
There you go, Bradley. There's the joke. There's the one you've been looking for this entire time. Oh, cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Just hits.
Lovely. So I will throw.
Just.
So as Ripper sees the sword try and come out and hit, and she blocks and turns, Ripper just goes, "My turn," and hits her with the staff for 7 + 3, 10 points of damage. And as the staff is coming through the air, I am going to. The whole room crackles with this sound of thunder as she takes an additional 8 points of damage and must make a strength saving throw, otherwise. And to let me know what happens at that strength saving throw.
Not great for her. 18.
Yeah, that's gonna still. I mean, she's gonna stay where she is, but she's gonna take an additional 8 points of damage.
Okay, so she takes 8 points as this thunder. You almost see like static rush up her arm, and you see kind of all her robes bristle with this wave of sound hits her. Is that that's your turn and your action? Any bonus action?
That was my bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite. So yeah,
thank you kindly. In that case, Faeza, you are up.
Hello. Oh no, I'm not muted. Good, that's all right then. I would like to. It's really hard at the moment because everyone's so tight in there. I think I'm going to use my bonus action first to shout "eyes" to everybody. And I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to cause if this happens, to cause like a flash, to try and blind her. Would that work, or is that a bad idea? This is my D&D noob idea, so I'm just asking.
What I would say is that there are spells that cause blindness. However, I like this as a thematic thing. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to say in this situation, not as an everyday in battle thing, but in this situation, I think we can allow it for once as a we're going to call it a dexterity save from everyone to see if you can reflexively reach up and close your eyes or cover your eyes enough. So everyone who is within, aside from Lack, who I would assume, because prestidigitation is only a very small spark, so it's probably only the immediate area. Everyone aside from Lack needs to make a dex save.
I'll take that. 14.
So what's Faeza's DC? Her spell save DC?
I think Christina's frozen.
She did say. No, she might be there.
Fudgy.
It's alright, we're having a few internet problems at home tonight,
Conveniently.
thanks.
She's trying to fabricate a number for us. That's what it
Hello.
is, just to save us all.
Of course, it would happen now. Am I back?
You're back.
Yeah,
You're back.
you're
We can
back.
hear you.
Am I back?
If we don't, let's just assume it's
I
21,
can't hear
Johnny.
you.
I think
I'm
that's
back.
a fair
I'm back.
assumption.
So, what
isn't it?
number have I got to find?
Your spell save DC. It'd be the same as it is for any spell where opponents have to make a
What's the
DC.
number?
On your spell list, if you click on spells,
Yeah.
it should say save DC next to spell attack right at the top.
Save DC is 13.
So everyone has to pass a 13. So anyone who doesn't, I'm going to say, is blinded for 1 round.
Oof. Thanks for that bless, Ryan. I can use that on a saving throw.
Yes.
Yes,
right?
everyone can add
thank
bless.
So
I
that is
just got it. I've got 14.
Who did you bless again? Sorry.
Not you, Octavius.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Why would you bless
Did
the
you
guy
brad
that's
your
bleeding?
dice?
He's branded his own dice. Yeah, she rolled a 33 and is almost reflexively just pulls her hand over her, pulls back, turns to you, and then just completely turns away from you, Faeza, ignoring you.
Could we just throw her out the window?
Aw.
I'm sick of this chick already.
Okay, well, I've still got Toots. So, is everyone still there, or have I frozen
Yeah,
again?
no, you're there. We can hear you.
Cool, that's okay. So I've still got Toots. So I think it's Toots' normal dash in, force empowered rend, please.
Okay. Make an attack. I'm going to say with advantage because she is flanked now on 3 sides.
Good. I got a 17
17 with advantage.
with advantage. Yeah, 17.
Just misses. Her AC
What?
is 19. So as Toots runs in and again goes to do her normal claw attack, as these claws come down, you see slight line of sparks skate off the ceramic tiles. As moves the closest you've seen is when you've seen Lack fighting. She just performs almost like a dance as she just jumps almost sideways like a Matrix move, and then just lands feet astride and looks down at Toots and gives like a little adorable "oh bless." That is all I believe you can do, Faeza. Octavius.
Yes. Yeah.
Octavius is going to wild shape into a black bear.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
nice. Yeah, just in this tiny room. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, let's go
No,
for it.
black bear's not a big bear. It's only a small bear.
still
It's
a-
a
well, then that's
medium-sized
fine
bear.
then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
just
a
a
shame.
small bear.
Yeah.
Just a small bear.
Okay. No token ready for that yet, so
It's okay. It was spur of the moment decision, so
it's fine. It's just if you give me an animal list, I'll work it out. But it's fine.
I think there's not many because I'm not
Yeah.
prepped
Yeah,
for wild
fine.
shape, so it's only half CR.
It's a great choice, though.
Great.
And then
great
I'm
choice.
going to use. There's my action to wild shape, so I'm going. It's just going to end my turn.
Okay. It comes back to the assassin, who's now looking surrounded, and she just says, "Well, this has been a lot of fun, but I think it's time that I said goodbye." She's going to take 2 attacks towards you, Octavius. One is a 21.
Do you
Can
have
I use,
Sentinel?
That hits.
So Toots has a reaction. Can use deflect
I
attack,
have
which
I have
causes.
Sentinel. I have Sentinel.
Sixsmith, do you have Sentinel?
I don't actually think I have Sentinel as
Okay.
my build because I know that Ripper's got it. That's his deal.
And second
Two.
one, Brad was a nat 20.
Yeah, they both hit.
Yeah.
She's got a deflect attack, which can cause disadvantage.
So I'll roll the first attack at disadvantage. So the second one is a 17.
Still hits. Black Bear's got AC of 12.
Actually, if you haven't cast another concentration spell, your armor class is still 16. Yeah.
Barkskin.
Yeah. Barkskin's concentration.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but does that not interrupted by wild shape?
If you get hit on this first one, it will affect the AC of the second one.
Yeah,
so
they both definitely hit anyway, because 16 is Barkskin AC.
So roll a concentration check, please.
11, so it succeeds.
Yep, that succeeds. And you take 9 points of damage from the first slash.
Okay. Still a Black Bear. It's good.
Yep. The second one is automatically going to be max, which becomes that. 12 plus that. Becomes 17 points from the second slash.
17 points from the second slash. Okay, so Black Bear has 19 HP. So what was the two added together?
It was 17 sorry on the first one. What did I say on the first one?
1.
I think it was 11.
9. Was it
9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9, so 26.
26.
So 19. Okay, so I take a total of 7 damage to myself.
Okay. So as you drop back to your form,
I'm still up.
And Sentinel, baby.
Yeah, hit her.
Make your sentinel attack.
Sentinel.
Not 20 on their way out.
Absolutely hits.
Little love tap on the way out. At least she's going to remember us.
See you later, love.
Okay.
Don't forget me. Boop.
Make your attack.
So
you hit, so roll damage.
Yeah, so it's 11 straight out.
Yeah.
And then plus 3 and 3 and 6, so 17 points of damage.
Yeah.
I can smite on this, can't I?
You can choose to add smite anytime. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Maximized and doubled.
Sure, why not? That'll be my last spell slot, and then I'm going to rest up and get them all back anyway. So then that's 2.
Are you? Interesting.
2d8 on top.
So that's another 16 plus
a 6 and a 1. Oh, I re-roll ones on... No, I re-roll ones on damage die, but not on spell die, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So 7 on top of the 16 that's already there, that's 23 points of damage.
Okay, that is a large amount of damage. And as the stick comes whack round again, it hits her across the face. She turns back and just sees a tiny trickle of blood. And then, to end her turn, she can do it. Disappears.
Vix goes, out of all of the assassins that have come to kill one of us, I think I liked her the most. You know, on balance.
Lack jumps out the window.
That jumps out of the window. You fall 20 feet.
And take no damage.
So you... Oh, have you got slow fall already?
4th level.
Damn, that's early. I thought that was like 6th.
3-point landing, my friends. 3-point
Nice.
landing.
It's fine.
Oh.
So you land very nicely. What would you like to do outside the window? It is
just
a
looking
dark
around.
night.
Yeah,
Make a
I'm just
perception
looking
check.
around because she didn't jump very far last time she did that, so I'm just trying to see.
Okay.
I'll shut up. Check the building, and I'll just
Six will
do a
get his armor
perception.
on
I want to
as
look
quickly
around,
as he can.
search for her, basically.
Okay. So everyone can make a perception check. If you don't have dark vision, you are doing it at disadvantage.
Right,
I was going to ask if at the point where she did the poof, if I was kind of shortly after her in the initiative, could I cast Fairy Fire?
I'm saying you can absolutely do that. Technically you weren't next, but it's fine. You can cast Fairy Fire on the vicinity.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So hang on, it's Fairy Fire against a single person, isn't it?
No, it's an area effect.
Is it an AoE?
I thought you had to choose creatures, though.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was for Fairy Fire.
It might be an area of effect, but you have to choose visible creatures.
Right.
Just double check.
Any creature. Any creature in the area when a spell
Okay.
cast. Yeah.
Because you meant to highlight invisible people.
But they have to fail a
dexterity.
dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, unlikely, but worth a shot.
Okay.
Worth a shot.
Also with Ripper, like when you made that attack, it's going to say in the top of the screen, the assassin will remember that. That was not a nice attack on her.
Nothing. You see all your colleagues suddenly outlined in this whatever colour you would like it to be.
Hot pink.
It's Seed's choice, not Ripper's.
I'm afraid it's going to be blue.
Okay. You see this pale blue outline of all your compadres in the room.
But I'm completely naked. Remember that, everyone.
Yes. Lack, you've jumped out of the window. You can make your perception check at disadvantage because it is nighttime.
I rolled a 10 and an 11, which gives me +7, so that is 17 on the lowest. I'm going to use my inspiration dice to make that go higher. What would that be?
You've also got bless as well.
Is bless to ability checks?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I think it is.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure.
it's ability checks and
It's
attack-
everything
attack
basically.
rolls.
Everything
It's everything
cool.
but
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
Well, that's an extra 3, so that's 20 before the inspiration dice. So you
And
D6
you've got a D6 for that.
and another 4. 24.
So as you jump around, even though it's dark, there are a few lights still on. The moon is actually out quite bright tonight and is shining down the street. You can see a few legionnaires just look over towards your position. You don't see anything else.
Legionnaires, we were attacked in our room by a woman with 2 blades. We don't know where she went. She just disappeared. Can you help me?
Yes, of course. Right, go get back up. And the one just starts walking towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna run this way, just to go and keep checking. And my friends are upstairs in the room, the one I just jumped out of. And then he bolts.
Okay, so you run off. Everyone else, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go over to Octavius and touch him to give him some health.
I got a perception of 16 in the meantime.
Yeah. How was your
long
perception checks in the room?
Yeah.
26.
Ooh-wee.
I got 5.
I'm not gonna beat that. Yeah, I'm too busy touching Octavius.
Okay, Octavius,
Emotionally touching.
with everything that's just happened in the last 30 seconds, if that, it's like your hearing has gone feral. You can just hear everything in minute distance. You're like an owl, and you can hear nothing. You can hear Lack running outside. You can hear your friends worrying and fussing about you. You can hear Toot quietly tooting in a concerned nature, and hear the wind.
I don't
You
think
hear-
she's nearby.
You do hear a very familiar clanking. The clanking of breastplate moving towards the hotel.
You hear clanking of D's.
I hear clanking of legionnaires outside the room. Can somebody throw that duvet on top of me, please?
So whilst duvets are being thrown, I'm going to get my armor on.
So strapping your armor on is like a 10 to 20 minute process of actually putting it on, binding it. It's not like a whoop onesie. So you can go and start to do
Can
that.
I
That's
start
absolutely
to do
fine.
that? I think
Yeah.
I'll start to do that. Yeah.
Okay, so
Thanks.
you walk back to your room and start
Yeah.
putting your armor on.
I grab the duvet. I look at Octavius and I'd be like, "Don't worry, mate. I've been in situations like this before as well. Yeah, lay still. Try to shallow your breathing. I'll stand in front of you. No one will know that you're there, and then I'll do the talking. All right." And I throw the duvet over him. Also, you healed yourself for 10 points, by the way.
Thank you. I'm now going to act unconscious.
Yeah. So throw the
Okay.
duvet over him and I stand there on my staff, completely naked.
Okay.
Wait, if we are trying to hide him, aren't they going to be confused when they turn up and we've asked for help for our friend?
Yeah, but they don't know that this is his room, and then we can send them on their way. Don't worry about it. I've got this. Look. I've had to hide in a couple of rooms in my time, all right? So don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. Guards ain't nothing.
Okay, I just thought maybe we should put him in a different room.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Six shouts. Put him in one of the other rooms.
So you've left all the doors open, so you're shouting from 2 doors away, so everyone can hear this conversation in the hallway.
Well, I assume I don't know how far away this other figure is.
Well, you don't know at the moment, but you are currently 35, 40 feet away in a different room.
Then I just shake my head quietly.
Okay. Right, Faeza.
Hello. Yeah, I think are we not still in initiative?
You are no longer in initiative.
Are we doing?
It's free action.
Initiative stuff. Okay, cool. So that's all right then. Lovely job. In which case, Faeza's going to go around go towards to. It looks like there's a door between this little corridor of rooms where we're at, and then maybe does that go to the stairs? Okay.
So
cool.
you would know
so
from yesterday, from earlier, that's literally the stairs down to the entrance foyer that you'd come up earlier.
Okay, great. Okay, so Faeza's going to go and just crack the door open to see if anyone's coming, just to warn anybody.
Okay.
But she's going to, before she leaves the doorway, she's going to say, was the room opposite Ripper's room?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was, wasn't it? Okay, so maybe just say, maybe Octavius, you'd be better hiding in there, and go to the door, and then Toots can and hide under the bed, and then Toots, if you do, Toots can lie in front of the bed to hide you, so you can't see what's there.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And I stand Octavius up with the blanket still over him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this way.
Okay.
So can
Octavius
I see anybody?
Still acts unconscious.
I'm gonna
Can I
push
see
him in
anybody
the
coming
room.
up the stairs yet?
You make me a perception roll, please. Octavius, are you hiding under the bed in Ripper's room?
Wherever Ripper puts me, I'm just unconscious.
I'm gonna put him under the bed. I'm gonna get Toots there, and I'm gonna get back in the other room. I'm still not putting anyone on any toes.
Octavius, can you make a stealth roll with advantage, please, with the help you have received from your party?
Okay, I can do that.
God.
Right, 2 dice. Let's pick 2 different dice this time.
Okay.
I scored a 23 on the perception, by the way.
That is a 4 and a 10, so that's a total of 14.
Okay, it's not unreasonable. We'll see what happens. So, as you're listening, Faeza, you can hear a conversation happening downstairs. You can hear the main door has been opened. You can hear Kestrana's voice very, very quietly saying, yes, 6 of them. Yes, upstairs. You know, these rooms. I don't know. Yes, please go up. I'll be right there. And then you start to hear heavy clanking on the stairs. Anyone else? Is there anything else you'd like to do in this 6 seconds?
The hallway
I'll
waiting
put my
to
armor on.
guide them in.
Okay. So, Lack, you're still outside running around the streets?
Yes, I am.
So at this point, 3 legionnaires enter the stairwell, and you can just see their plumed helmets appearing. They've got these thin, kind of yellowy plumes running down, not over the top like we'd expect from a kind of a centurion Roman, just quite mild. They've got burnished plate. That's, well, not plate. It's strips of armor, and you can see really proudly blazoned on them is a symbolic lion, and they're carrying pilums, and they've got large square or kind of rectangular tower shields with them.
What's a pilum? Sorry, what's a pilum?
Posh word for spear. It's a slightly shorter spear, essentially.
It's made for throwing and for stabbing.
Yes. Less for like stay over there, long way away. It's a one-handed spear that can be used. And they look concerned. You see instantly that they don't look aggressive. They just look concerned. They come up, and one of them says, "Right, yes, we've heard word that there's been a stabbing."
Yeah, this way, in here. It was the stabbing took place in here.
Right, okay. And so you're leading them into Octavius's room.
Actually, 1 second, I assume are they all guys, or is there?
They appear to be.
Okay, can I see your sigil, please? I need to check your official members. You could be anyone walking up the stairs, right? We've had plenty of things stolen in this town.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure. Oh god, it's only an 18.
That's a pretty reasonable request for the middle of the night. One of them, the other one kind of leans and goes, "He doesn't know who we are. It's fine. It's clearly troubling for them." Pulls open, kind of pulls up his tunic, and you can see there the others do it too. They both have, in fact, one of them has a golden tattoo. The other two have silver tattoos. So when you've seen Octavius, it's been kind of your standard magic tattoo. Their magical glow is pure gold and silver. They absolutely have the Legion insignia and a lion below.
Perfect. Thank you very much. No, because we met like this famous guy, like Yax Sparris or whatever his name was, and we saw him and his mate said the bleedy ones. So I just want to make sure that yours weren't bleedy ones as well, you know. Right. So yeah, as I was saying, like in here, it got stabbed in here, and then we all rushed in to help out. And now you guys are here, so you can help search for the person. They disappeared, right? Poof. Yeah.
So they walk in.
My eyes are up here. Yeah. All right.
No, they walk in complete deadpan. Just start looking around the room, start investigating. They do find some blood on the bed. They find some blood on the clay tiles, and they're looking at it. And no, none of you in there would have the proficiency to notice. So they simply look, and one turns back and goes, "Sorry, who was stabbed?"
Oh, it was one of our compatriots.
Yes, which one of you was stabbed? Turning to look at Seed and Faeza.
He's downstairs resting. Maybe after you've checked the rooms, you can go down and talk to him.
Who was that?
So this is it's quite a delicate matter, but the person we're travelling with, we are under a very strict NDA, right? That we cannot reveal who they are or what they're doing here. It's a very important business.
Sorry, I'm going to stop you here, young man. I'm assuming you have a writ of passage.
We are on our way to get one, right?
Right.
That's what this is going on here.
Okay.
But yeah,
well, I'm going to ask you to go back to your room for now.
Of course, I can go in my room.
We are going to seal the floor, and we will deal with this in due time.
Of course, of course. You heard him, everyone else. You can stay out here. He's asked me to go in my room by myself. So I'll see you
Maybe
guys.
put some clothes on while you're there, you know?
Who said that?
And the other legionnaires turn, one of them kind of slightly shorter, but they're all fairly tall and muscular and legionary looking, turns to Faeza and says, "Yeah, you two, it's probably time everyone could get to their rooms, please, so we can do our duty. That would be marvellous."
Of course, yes, of course. So, yeah, Faeza goes to her room.
As you guys are walking back to your room, you see Rat clearly in a night robe, Castrana like hurrying up the stairs, bare feet. She's got clearly like the signing in book in her hands, and walking alongside her is a legionnaire that's clearly in charge. He walks out. I say, Six, this is probably been just about enough time for you to strap your armor on. So as you kind of peek your head out of the door, you see a guy walk in who's got a kind of greying beard. He, pardon me, is about to sneeze. He sneezes, and that he doesn't. He never sneezes, and he is just listening to Kestrana as he takes the book. He looks at all the doors and all the rooms, and he looks down at the book again. "Thank you for your time." Passes it back, and then first thing he does is he walks straight into Ripper's room.
You need to knock first, mate.
Doesn't even acknowledge you. He starts looking around.
You
he's
are
gonna make a
trespassing. I'm going to stop him. You are trespassing in this room. You haven't asked to be invited in. I will. Well, I guess I can't really call the legionnaires, but you're not allowed in it. Also, I'm completely naked. You try and touch me. You try and invade me, my personal space. Is that what's going on here? Are you trying to bum me?
Look, I know you've had some problems with the authorities in the past in your dirty days, your naughty days, Ripper. But these legionnaires, it seems like they know what they're doing.
No, I don't trust anyone who comes
So
bursting
he
into
just
my room without knocking
cuts
or
across
approaching
you
themselves.
very quickly with
He
a
has to
voice
make
that's clearly authoritative. Doesn't have to do shit, son. And he just turns around and says, "Boy, unless you want to spend the night in the cells, I suggest you stay out of my way and don't hinder my investigation."
Nah, that don't fly here. I'm completely naked in my room, and you are trying to muscle your way into my room. I don't even know if you're a real legionnaire. You could be like playing dress up. Like I've seen a couple of costume shops around here. Been in a couple of costumes myself as well in my own time as well. But I don't know who you are.
He just
If you wanna come in
grunts,
this room,
turns around and says, "Boys, we've got one resisting arrest in here. I think there's one for the night in the cells."
Classics, yeah. A resisting route.
Six will come out in his armor and he'll go, "Hey, it's okay, Ripper. Don't resist arrest. It's so boring, you know. There's lots of other things we can do tonight that are fun. We'll go and sit in the bar. Is that okay, officer? I am captain of the 9th Hand of the Interior Army. I'm a tourist in your country. I would like to sit in the bar with my friend Ripper, if we may. It's been a traumatic event. Our friend has been injured. We would allow you to search our rooms and some of the belongings we leave if you allow us to just sit down and have a drink to calm our nerves. My friend here is... I'm very nervous, you see. My friend is just protecting us."
So the commander kind of looks to you. He takes in your military bearing very quickly and says, "I appreciate that, but I need you to stay in your rooms and follow instructions. A Legionnaire's commands are commands, not requests.
I was not given
disobey.
any instruction. He just came straight in here. Nothing was said. All right? No, like that's not an instruction. That's an invasion. There's a difference.
Sir, do you think my friend Ripper could help me with my armor in my room? I'm nearly finished, you see. He'll only be in my room. We'll just be across the hall, and you may
While
continue...
all this is going on, by the way, did I hear the Legionnaires leave my room again?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'd like to get out from under the bed and then get on the bed and act like I'm injured. Well, I am injured, but like...
Okay.
Wait, but you were in my room, Brad.
Yep.
Oh, was I?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You are under the bed in Ripper's
I
room.
thought I was still in my
which
room.
moved you.
Nope.
You could turn
can
into a
style that out.
snake or a rat.
Yeah.
Brad,
You could wild
and
shape
get
into
yourself
something
out
and
there.
get the fuck out of there.
That is a good idea, but that's over the board.
My apologies. Feels
Uh,
right.
So at this point, the two guards are kind of come up to you, and you need to make a strength check at disadvantage, please, Ripper,
Why at disadvantage?
because 3 legionnaires are manhandling you.
No, well then in which case, anytime we're fighting anyone in the future and there's 3 of us on them, then they will have to make all their rolls at disadvantage. You can't just impose that on me out of nowhere.
At
Well, I
this
could
point,
give them advantage. It's
motherfucker.
basically the same thing. I was just going to have you roll, as opposed to rolling 3 strength checks for 3 legionnaires
this-
You
against
can,
you.
Ryan. He's
at this
DM.
point, at this point, Faezer's going to cast prestidigitation to cause the sound of somebody in one of the empty rooms, probably the furthest away from Ripper's room,
Okay.
and probably shout out, "Is that the intruder?"
Make a
and
deception
just
check.
Ooh.
Okay, what was your strength check?
Try.
It was a strength. It was a
Fuck it.
5.
Check.
It was a
5. So even though you're big and muscly, the moment these guys grab you, yours are what I like to call show muscle.
You would be
There's-
incorrect, but carry on.
Those are the hard muscles of 2 guys who've just spent at least 10 years fighting on the front. You go to move and they get you locked in at the elbows and sat down on the bed so quickly. I don't know if you've ever done team teach training, but it's for those of people who have had to do team teach restraint training, as I have. Essentially, it locks up joints so you can't move, and they just lock you down and sit with you and say, "Well, I guess we're sitting here till you calm down, laddo." As they sit on the bed.
They've sat me on the bed. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Faeza, can you make... What was your deception check?
2.
So, the kind of noise of Ripper shouting
Not very good.
isn't... It sort of it covers the sound that was made. And again, you're sort of, knee-high, thigh-high to a lot of these people. They're sort of intent on the big, still naked, shouty man.
Okay.
So the guard captain says, right, well, time to look at the rooms. He's going to firstly walk into Octavius's room. Walks, has a look, dips his finger in the blood, does that smeary thing that they always do on TV. Don't know why. And
consistency.
Then,
if it's too goopy, it's old.
Yeah, essentially. And then walks. Good thinking, Brad. And then they go into every room on that floor. They knock on the next door.
They knock today.
And a guest appears in one of the empty rooms and says, "Oh, officer, what's..." It's like, "In your room." "Yes, sorry, officer." Comes in, looks around, knocks on the other room, checks, comes back out, walks straight into Seed and Faeza's room without knocking, which I'm assuming, have you both gone back in there?
Yeah, but we left the door open, I think, just to hear what was going on, I think. Yeah.
So, Seed, as you see them, or rather as they see you, they lock eyes, and the commander, his tone just darkens. He says, "And what's your business in Chinella?"
I am a bard. I am a human bard, and I travel as a bard to find an audience. And there are a lot of bards where I came from, so I came here to try and make a living as a bard. So I am here now.
Are you a bard or a scold? I've had enough of the goddamn scolds killing my friends.
No. I am a bard. Look, this is my drum. And he kind of holds their drum defensively in front of them, kind of looking weirdly, you know, when a kid holds up a sword and shield, kind of like, you know, it's this sort of slightly panicky, like, I'm not really sure, and then sort of taps it awkwardly, like they're not sure whether the commander is like on the same page with what the drum is.
Okay, looks at it and then looks at your ukulele. Okay. Right. I don't recognize you. Who are you?
Is he saying that to? Is that to Faeza?
To Faeza, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yes. I mean, we as a party have been together for a little while. We're trying to form a band. You know, it's dark times, so we team together because we need to go to the local town to get our passes so that we can travel legally. That was just announced tonight. So yeah, we're just spending the night here before we make our way to the nearest town to do that.
Well, good luck getting your passes. And turns back to Seed, just fixes you with another look, turns to Faeza and says, "Keep an eye on that one. Northerners can be very shifty sometimes." And just walks straight out. He's going to walk into Six's room. Six, you still in your room?
Yes, he's standing with his hand on his sword, not in a menacing way, but in a sort of stand to attention, but to a person that he wouldn't salute.
So he walks in, he sees it, just gives you a little nod of respect, glances around the room. You would recognise, with your martial history, the way he looks around the room is the sort of assessing you'd do when you walk into juniors' tents, into your hand, and you're checking that all your hand are ready in the mornings. You can clearly see that he's very competent from your glance. This guy's probably not someone to be messed around. And
which one is he out of the three legionnaires?
This is the commander.
Okay.
He's essentially a fourth that has arrived.
Right, okay. I might like to just say, I don't want to disturb you, but when you have time, I would like your name, just by way of courtesy. Mine is Sixsmith.
Well, Sixsmith, it's a pleasure to meet you. You can call me Commander Gao.
And I do so, Commander, and I give him a nod of respect.
Good. Right, well, you seem to have a little bit of sense around here. What happened tonight?
We had just bedded down, only a few hours sleep. I heard my brother Lak calling. He is outside scouting the area with maybe some of your troops, I don't know. We heard, he roused me from sleep. They had heard a noise. and our one of our band members, his name is Octavius. He was stabbed, attacked in his sleep by a cowardly but somewhat beautiful assassin. If I may make a
check, please.
Professional judgment.
Sixsmith, love it.
Give the game away.
18 on my insight check.
As you say Octavius, you see something pass across his face.
I was hoping for that.
Yeah. Oh. Interesting. Wait here, we'll be done shortly. Walks out and he's going to walk back into Ripper's room, where he's going to... His entire throat's going to go so dry he can't breathe.
You wouldn't even put any fucking pants on me. Yeah?
Where he
I
is
bet you love
going
manhandling other guys, don't you?
Okay. He's been doing an investigation check in each room, just to see if he can, as he's walking around. And as he's walking around, he sees you kicking. And as he sees you kind of kicking and he sees Toots, he sees Toots underneath and he's like, well, this is strange. And he kneels down to have a look at Toots. He gets up close. And then he looks under the bed and just sees a shape there. Because you've got the duvet on you, haven't you? You have. Good. So he goes,
yes.
So, you'll forgive me. Where was your friend that got stabbed again?
Who's he talking to at this
The
point?
Ripper.
Toots can't speak, mate. It just goes toot, 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 yeah? I like to be addressed, please. Like when you can come in here and address like you do other people when you come into rooms instead of just saying nothing.
You know, we'll write a strongly worded letter afterwards. It's all good.
Oh, that's fine. Come on, lads. Time for us to go. They let go of you and they stand. They walk towards the door. They walk out. And then they walk to the double doors where Kershaw is still waiting, sort of wrapped around. Well, did you find anything? Oh, yes. We found exactly what we were looking for. Turns around and just nods to one of his compatriots who just bangs on the floor until the two guest doors open. And Commander shouts, everyone on this floor is under arrest. Remain in your rooms until we can deal with you. That's where we're going to call break tonight. So we'll be back soon. See you in a few minutes, folks. Time to grab a drink. welcome back, folks. Trust you had a nice break. So, let's pick off where we were with the captain of the guard. The commander of the guard has just declared that everyone on this floor is under arrest. To Kestrana, walks out, and the two of the three legionnaires just shut the double doors, stand in, just looking at all the doors in the hallway.
I would have shut my door, I think.
Before we come to you, there, Ripper, we're going to skip to Lack, who has been, at this point, outside for a good 10 minutes.
Where's she? Nothing.
Everywhere you run, you see a few people standing in the streets, like a few kind of early morning people. You see people with essentially dung carts transporting dung and waste out from people's houses. Nothing else.
Bring out your dung.
Well, and so Lack turns around and heads to the marketplace.
Okay. So we're going to say you start walking there, then it'll probably take you about 10 minutes to get there. So as you're doing that, we'll jump back to Ripper. What are you doing? You slam your door?
Slam my door and then go sliding towards the bed. And I'm like...
What did he say? I didn't quite hear him.
Octavius, I think they know. I tried to thrash as much as I could, like cause distraction, but I think they know that you're here, right? So
how did they know?
I don't know. It was some guy, big guy. They're all from the Lion. They've got
grey hair.
One guy's got gold. Two guys have got silver bands. Not like your one.
Grey hair.
Like
nice armor.
Yeah. Quite like, you know, like sexy commanding. You know, like if they told you to do something.
No, I know who you're talking about.
Who?
He's been the commander for quite a long time now.
Oh, okay. Fair. Well, basically, right, they've locked us down. They've arrested us. So, not a bear, but something much smaller. If you can turn into that, you could probably get the fuck out of here. Or, right, I'll open the window and you fly out, right? Because if they're looking for you, you don't want to be seen.
No.
Right?
This is a good
I've
plan.
had to escape out of the window plenty of times, right? Might take a little bit of damage.
My only worry is, if you have no Chinellan to vouch for you and no pass, they will arrest you on pretenses alone.
Well, I'm half Chinellan, so, you know, we've got that going for us.
Yeah, but you're not a citizen.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, look, we've got 7 days to get a pass, so we're all right. So,
well,
look, either way, they're going to probably try and come in here and arrest us again. So you need to get out of here by window, by cracking floor, by I don't know what else you can turn into. Maybe something that can sliver. Maybe, I don't know. A tick, and then you can like get in air, and then hide, and then.
No, I think I've hidden long enough. I think it's almost my duty to make sure that none of you are harmed in this arrest, and so I will stay.
What, under the bed?
No, I'm getting out of the bed.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Fine. I'll move out the way for him to get out.
I'd sort of tap on Toots.
Toot. Shifts.
Can I ask, is other legionnaires in the corridor?
They are stood in the corridor facing, essentially, your doors are either open or closed, as you wish, and they are just stood there, holding their pillums, leaning against their shields. They are clearly, as you stick your head out, on guard.
So we can, like, go from room to room or anything like that? We're stuck in the rooms that we're in?
You can certainly try.
Oof. That sounds promising.
I use my last spell slot to heal, by the way, with healing word.
You had healed by 10 points.
I did add that in. Thank you very much. But I'll use healing word at the 2nd level, and that's my last slot. Thank you.
Anyone else doing anything?
I don't think there's much we can do at the moment, really, other than maybe try and get a bit more rest.
Okay, so I say if you guys want to start sitting on your bed, you can begin to take a short rest if you choose. So whilst you guys are doing that,
how long's the arrest?
well, you have no idea yet. You've just sat down on your bed, but you can begin to just attempt to take a short rest.
I'll do that.
Can I look out of the window and see?
Yeah.
Like if there's a ledge.
Sure, you look out. There is the shutters. As you open the shutters, no glass. You look down, and there is a tiny little windowsill, and then just a straight drop. Only 20, 25 feet or so.
Tall enough to stand on?
You can certainly try.
Alright, I've got an idea, Octavius. Maybe we can, like, get on the window ledge and, like, shuffle and then get out and run away.
And the others?
Oh, yeah, we'll have to probably tell him first, won't we? Alright, well, maybe what we can do is get on the window ledge, shuffle the other way to where they are, let them know what we're doing. Because if you were the only room who was on the other side of the building, these three have got the other rooms next to me. So...
And Toots?
Toots, what do you want to do?
Dude!
Yeah, exactly. Right? Come with us. And...
how?
I mean, like, Toots can just wander from room to room, right? They can't arrest a beast, can they?
No, but they could also attack it under pretenses that it is a wild mechanical thing that they've never seen before in their lives.
Alright, well, let's test it out. Toots, yeah? Which language
What are
can
you
Toots
doing,
understand, by the
Toots?
way?
Yeah, no.
Which language can Toots understand, by the way? Is it common?
Any languages.
Toots
that
understands
Faeza-
any language I like. I
Okay,
understand.
fine.
Well,
Yeah.
I know
I'm like-
Common, Dwarvish, Gnomish,
She is the only
and
person that
Goblin.
can command Toots to do something.
Yeah, I can ask
I think
Toots.
Toots is
Right,
going
Toots,
to
this
raise
is-
what stands for an eyebrow. She's just going to go, huh?
Alright, Toots, this isn't a command, this is a request, right? Can you go back to your master to receive additional commands as to what to do next?
Faeza, would you like Toots to follow that request?
It's a bit of a funny one. I think if Toots, is your door open at the moment or closed? You closed it, didn't
All
you?
the doors
Closed
are
it.
closed, I believe.
I can open it.
I think if you checked with the guards, it was all right. I'm sure they, but I don't know.
So as you say this, Ripper, Toots just cocks her head at you. Toot!
Yeah, I'm not like, look, I'm not trying to command you, right? As far as I'm concerned, you should be free. But it's Faeza's the one that's created you and is forcing you to do stuff. So I'm just saying, go back to her.
Toot!
You know?
Just while this is happening, Ripper Sixsmith has calligraphy supplies and he has proficiency. He's going to be writing lyrics for that a band might sing, and writing them and making them look as if they've been around for a while. Crumple the papers up, fold them, just sort of. That's what he's doing in this time period, I think.
Okay.
Faeza's going to use her woodworking to. Can Faeza check out the walls between the rooms to
Sure.
see if they're wood or stone?
You know that everything here seems to be made out of, well, so you've got red clay ceramic tiles. The woods, the walls themselves seem to be sort of like a white marble covering something, but it's got a little bit of marble on it, so you'd have to get that through that first to find out what. Might be a marble
that's the walls
enamel.
between.
Yeah.
Is that the walls between the rooms, or
Yeah.
are they just partition walls?
No, well,
Okay.
it looks like it's quite a solid structure that's got kind of like marble enameling everywhere to look very expensive.
Okay. Well, let me just. I can't remember if I've got stonemasonry tools already. I know I've got right tool for the job, so I could make them if I need to. But I think I've got stonemasonry already. Not sure. Yeah, I do, don't I? Yeah, I've got stonemason's tools already. Smith's. Well, no, I've got Smith's tools. Different.
Well, you can spend some
I
time
can
in
make
your
them.
short rest
Yeah,
to start
it
making.
needs an hour uninterrupted work, so I think
Okay.
I might start to make
Okay.
some stonemason tools.
So that will mean you're not having a short rest then.
Yes.
It's not a restful activity you're doing that. Okay, so you start to do that. Seed, anything you're doing?
What I'm going to do is, seeing that they're still just in the corridor, obviously kind of guarding us being in our rooms, I'm going to very cautiously approach the door, like being very careful to be like respectfully on our side of it, and just say, "Excuse me, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. Could I ask a question?"
To the two guards at the end. One's going to... Yeah?
The thing is, as we said, we are a group of musicians, and as such, when we are staying together, we often do need to be in the same room so that we can rehearse and discuss set lists and tune instruments and so on and so forth. Could you let me know, please, therefore, how long you intend us to all be stuck in here like this?
Oh. As long as it takes.
How long is that normally?
Couldn't tell you, sorry.
Okay, so we would not, for example, be able to visit another room?
Oh, no. You just wait in your room, nice and quiet. Commander will get to you when he's ready.
Okay. Thank you anyway.
He resumes post. So as this is happening, Lack arrives at the market.
Ah, I'm going to make my way to the musician's store where I bought that lovely, beautiful lady who sold us the makeup and the instruments.
Okay, so at this point it is about 3:30 in the morning, 4:45. Vendors are there starting to set up, so the place is open, but nothing is open yet.
Yeah, is she there though?
She is not, but there does appear to be a slightly frail man there who looks human. He's got kind of balding, patchy bits on his hair.
Excuse me, Sahib. May I have a word?
Oh, yes, young man. How can I help you?
You seem to know a lot about the city. Experienced man. I'm looking to get a writ of passage for me and my friends. Where would I get one of those?
Well, you can obviously you have to go to Shade Mantle and go see the law authorities there and get one there. Or are you looking for one?
I mean, yes, I'm looking for one. That's literally what I just said. So yes.
How desperate are you?
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd like one.
Right. Sorry, I think I misread something there.
No. I mean, if you have one, do you know where to get them? I'm quite keen.
Well, I know someone who might be able to help you.
Oh, wonderful. What I knew you'd be the man for me. Thank you. Where could I find this person?
If you take this, and he writes something on a piece of paper, like rips up something, scribbles something. You can see him writing. It doesn't look like language. It looks like a symbol. Kind of like, well, make a perception check, see if you can see it, because obviously it's upside down and stuff.
Oh, well, with the 19 plus 7.
Right, you definitely
I'm used to working in 3D, so...
Okay, it looks like a very crudely scrawled symbol of kind of 3 daggers pointing down, kind of weave and join together in their pommels to like a small bush at the top with a single flower on the top. So kind of like almost like the daggers are the roots, and it's got this very young plant with a single flower on top.
Okay. Oh, it's a very nice design.
And as he goes, yeah, and then you see him pick up a little knife, just pricks his finger, pushes it onto the actual flower, just smears it, and then the flower goes red. Nothing magical about it, just you put a bit of blood on the paper to colour it.
I had some red makeup if you want it. It doesn't matter.
Makeup is not needed here.
Okay.
He passes it to you, and he says, right, what you want to do, go down a level. Go to the fishmongers.
Okay.
Give this to the boy and say Derek sent you.
Okay, thank you, Derek. That sounds...
I'm not Derek, but...
yeah,
Derek sent you.
Okay, this is all very... This must be Janellen. Okay, cool.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So, what would you like to do?
No, that's just like he's a bit confused. But this must be some Chilean sort of custom that he doesn't know about. There's a lot of rivers around here, I guess, so they're probably a dock-based society. So he trots off to. Oh, excuse me. Can everyone tell me where the fishmongers is?
Someone kind of laughs. Downstairs, second floor. You'll see it. You'll see it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And Lack sort of makes his way down to enter the fishmongers.
So as you made your way to Chinella a long time ago, you obviously came through the docks. You passed by rivers in your time. You're used to healthy, fresh-looking fish. What you see here are, like the very first time you see a smoked haddock or something, you're like, oh, that is not a healthy-looking colour. I hesitate to say smoked fish. It's kind of a mix between some smoking, but they've been smoked, then salted, then packed, then rehydrated, then dried. It's not looking great.
Particular smell down here, huh?
It's quite pungent. And if you've ever had saltimbocca, it's you suddenly see these little jars that are just packed full of salts that have fish's heads and tails just pressed against. And there are several people working furiously, preparing, wrapping things. What would you like to do?
I look for the youngest boy that is there.
Yep.
Wrapping and packing things.
Yep. You find the youngest boy. Yeah, we're not open yet.
No. I'm here because Derek sent me.
Did he?
Yeah, he gave me this to give to you.
And so he takes it, he looks at it, and he goes, oh. Oh. You'll, come on through. And he lifts up the wooden side, and you see that whereas the others have been like market stalls, because this is obviously like produce section, it's got like a door that leads into an office. Are you following him through?
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay.
I'm trusting this young man to take me to the right channels to...
So you walk on through to the back of this incredibly smelly fish store, and there suddenly you're in a storeroom, and the smell is amazingly strong, and there's shouting and people moving things around. You walk through this bustling hive through to a back room, where you he says, "Just wait here. It'll be right out for you." And in the room, it's a pretty empty room except for one chair. What would you like to do?
Black's going to crouch in the corner, sat in his feet on the floor, crouched thing.
Okay.
Doesn't need a chair, does he? It's a waste of a spine.
Okay. So as he sits in the corner, you wait about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then the door just creaks, and halfway down, a little head appears around the corner, who essentially he's got kind of a long snout, short brown fur. He looks like an otter, and comes over and goes, "Hey, you got the thing? You got the thing. What's the thing? Show me the thing.
Oh, okay. This sort of hold up the paper upside down.
Okay. He reaches out, snatches it, goes, "Yeah, that's blood. That's right. Okay. What do you want? What can I do? How can I help?"
I was told you were the person to talk to about getting a writ of passage.
Writ of passage. Yeah, I can help you with that. I can do anything.
Oh, great. I mean, you must be quite powerful in this city then.
Kind of. You could say that. Yeah, writ of passage. How much? What do you want? How much?
I mean, a writ of passage for 6 people.
6 people?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, yeah, we could do that. We could work out expendables.
I mean, I don't understand why that
could be.
Why is that a problem? I assume
300 gold. 400.
Okay,
No, wait.
Can I ask above the table? Does he look like an otter, or is he like an otter man? Like he's got the face, he's got the head of an otter.
Sean. That was
Otter
a bad
man.
joke.
Oh no, I
joke.
wasn't. That's
No.
That's not a pun. I
Does he open
genuinely
up
No,
as well?
know.
like
You
an
can hide
otter
stuff
man.
in him.
Okay, he's an otter man.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like an otter
I
folk.
want
you
to
might say.
visualize it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, did you say 150 gold pieces?
Yeah, no, 370. 370, yeah.
I can't quite hear you. Did you say 120 gold pieces?
I thought you were going to be serious about this.
I just can't quite hear you very well. I think it's a translation thing. My friends have the rest of the money, is basically what I'm saying. I think I would be foolish to walk around a city carrying 370 gold pieces. That seems
you would? Really foolish? That'd be a bad
Exactly,
idea.
so I'm not. So can we set up some kind of payment? I mean, I can quite happily go to the bank, the official bank.
Hang on. More. Need to know more first. So, why?
Okay, because we want to travel, and we were told we should have a writ of travel.
Who's chasing you? Who's chasing? Who?
Yeah. I mean, we were stabbed this evening. There was someone who stabbed us.
Criminals? Thieves?
I think so. Probably. An assassin.
Assassin?
It's a lot of questions. I thought it would be a little more official.
You want official, you wouldn't be seeing me? You come to me, you get it quiet. You get it sneaky.
Okay, is that like a fast track situation?
Fast track. Could be. Play cards right. Yes.
Okay, well, I don't have all the money with me right now, as you say. That would be foolish.
Okay, right. Hang on. I think. You smell like trouble.
I'm not sure whether to be offended by that or not.
I think she's gonna like you.
Okay. There's someone. This is your superior who I can talk to.
Yes. Send me out. Fixings? You go look. Fixings, you check out. So Fixings comes and checks out. Yes, okay.
Okay.
I think. We'll see. You come. You meet.
Yeah, okay. And like, he doesn't rise too much. He kind of like moves from crouching to leaning forward, so he's the same height as the otter man, and just follows.
Okay, so he's going to walk out. They're going to start walking off. We're going to cut back to the rest of you now, who it's been about 25 minutes of just sat in your rooms, nothing, when suddenly there's a very loud banging up the stairs. Is anyone peeking out?
Octavius, this is your chance. Bird, fly, get out of here,
I have told you what I'm doing. And we are sitting in here until my brother walks through that door, which he most likely will.
Who?
The doors open, and 12 legionnaires are now walking into the corridors. They completely ignore the other two rooms, and you can hear Castranos saying, No, those weren't with them. I'm sorry, I had no idea. I never would have let them stay had I known. And you hear the Commander Gal saying, It's quite all right. How could you have known? But you've done your duty tonight. And you suddenly hear these knocks. Open up in the name of the lion. And then, not waiting for something, they just open the door.
I just before that, I'd like to manhandle Octavius into a very compromising position.
How are they? Are they going into Octavius's room? Straight in?
They're coming into all your rooms.
I contest.
Okay. Contested strength. You can roll dex as if you'd like to escape, Octavius.
Okay. 14.
Oh no! I have to use another d20.
Yep, if it's on the floor, it doesn't count.
Oh no! And you got 10. I'm trying to manhandle you into a position to make it look like we were lovers.
As you try, Octavius just sidesteps as the door's kicked open. Octavius, you see someone who is not your brother, but you do see an older person who you know as Captain Gal. He is looking directly at you. He goes, Aquila, it's been a while.
It has. Promotion, I see.
Well, your brother's been good to me.
He often is, but for the wrong reasons.
Well, let's not discuss politics here. I'm afraid I'm going to need you to come with us.
I understand.
Are you going willingly?
I will go willingly. Yeah.
Yeah. And
What can I hear?
your
of this?
friends. So basically, all of you have the doors opening, and legionnaires stepping in, saying, "You need to come with us. Come peacefully. He may bring you
Toots
things."
is-
Wait, sorry, where are we going?
Octavius, what is the meaning of this? You have put us all in great peril.
I would suggest that we just go along with the legionnaires.
Can you promise no harm will come to us?
No.
Well, I better put some pants on then, shouldn't I?
Yes, I think we can give you the time to do that. And
Okay,
as you're saying
Faeza-
that, legionnaires are walking in, sorry, Christine, and picking up
No.
your things.
Cool.
So, like any weapons, they are disarming you. They're letting you carry your packs and anything like that, but they are very clearly taking your weapons. And
What
Seed,
is
as
the
you're
charge?
reaching
That's what
towards your drum,
Sixsmith would say.
you hear the shout, "And the Northerner! She says she's a bard, so take that drum. Can't risk it."
No, please don't take that. That was a gift. Please don't. No.
She
You
reaches out.
don't
Are you
need
going to contest it?
Yeah.
Okay, make a strength.
Can I give some sort of supporting action? Because I wouldn't allow this to happen either.
Well, you're in a different room at the moment. We're
I
currently
thought we'd all
I'd
come
like
out. You
to-
said
I'd
we'd all
like
come
to-
out, and we were
No, they're coming into your rooms
okay.
to get you.
I say no harm will come to them, or Gaius
offer
will
help?
not get what he needs.
If you're in the room, Faeza, you can absolutely help and give advantage.
Can I? Offer, yeah, I'd like to offer help to.
How are you helping her
to Seed.
steal a drum from a legionnaire?
I don't. I think I'm just going to stumble in the way and go. Oh no, sorry. Oh gosh, look, it's such
Okay.
a small
Drop
room.
some hot tea on him. Drop some hot tea on him.
So you can roll with
Yeah, she's
advantage
very
then,
small.
Seed.
Okay. In which case, still gonna be a 13.
Okay. Really close. They only got 14. They reach down and kind of stumble a little bit, and then just the other one reaches and puts a hand on your shoulder and just pulls it back. Goes, now. None of that. We've little patience for the Northerners. They've killed enough of our friends. And unless anyone is objecting, you're not being chained, you're not being manacled, but you are being led out of the building. Is
So
anyone...
Faeza,
Take
Faeza maybe not
as
wisely,
long
but
as possible.
Okay.
Faeza's gonna walk in between Seed and the guard because she's like, these people. This is my friend, you know. But
Okay.
not that she'd be any help, but
And as you see
Yeah,
Toots
Six demands
coming
to know
to join
the
you,
charge. I think he demands
Okay.
to know the charge of the arrest.
as you're shouting this, the commander completely blanks you now and turns and says, "Oh yes, that mechanical wonder. Bind it and bring it."
bind it. You don't need to bind it. Toots
I-
is peaceful. Toots will come with me. What do you mean bind her? She's
And
she's
so you
just
see-
she's just a tool.
Two of the legionnaires go over, and they've got some large kind of bits of what looks like slightly glistening rope, and they just loop around Toots unless she's gonna protest and try and escape. She's mechanical, so she only does what you say.
I think for the moment, Toots we're just going to go calmly. Don't cause any
Okay.
problems. It's a bit tight. So for now, I think Faeza's going to put a little. If Faeza can get near Toots, I think she's just going to step forward and go, look, let me just calm her down. Let me calm her down. And she's just going to put a hand on Toots just to settle her.
Okay.
And Toots will allow this rope to be. Is
Okay,
it
so
rope?
essentially it's
Yeah.
like a magical rope. You can see the glistening arcane patterns running around it, and they use it to bind her forearms across her tie, essentially hog tie Toots, and then they have like a long carrying pole, slide it through, stick her up onto two shoulders.
There's no need for
I was
this.
gonna
There's no
ask-
need for this.
I was going to ask if they're going to carry her on a pole.
Yeah,
No, I was
absolutely
just
hog
going to
tie.
say, I think as soon as she sees the pole, she's going to go. Toots will follow. Toots is calm. Toots does not need hog tying. What is this? Why would you do that?
The commander
can
from that
walk.
goes, right. I'm just gonna say we'll clear all this up later on, but for now,
I'm just saying she's. I mean, Toots was a project. She's quite heavy. So if you wanted,
not lying.
a nice-
The two legionnaires
if
are
you're
clearly
nice-
struggling.
yeah. If you want a nice easy journey, then let me walk next to her, and she will walk quite calmly, just like the rest of us. You're not chaining us, so why would you chain her?
I appreciate your manners and calmness in this, but you are not in a position to be giving requests, and I am not accepting any.
I promise it's not a request.
And for now, all shall be well.
I think Six will come out into the corridor and just ask just briefly if Seed is okay. Are you okay, Seed?
You're muted,
You're
Seed.
so stunned into silence. Are you okay?
They took my drum.
They took my sword, and it is very dear to me. I'm sure they will give it back to us. But if anybody touches you in this place, let me know, and I will kill them.
Okay. So, as you are all being led down the streets in the early morning...
I feel like Ripper just took the longest time he possibly could to get dressed. Like, painstakingly, slowly putting trousers on.
That's fine. They tolerate it.
As long as
Octavius
and
is
he's
just
definitely he's the last one to be led out. Definitely.
Yeah,
just because.
that's fine. They have an extra 2 men come and stand around you, so you are now the most surrounded.
It's been a while.
And you all start walking off through the early morning, the pale light of dawn, that false dawn just hitting as we cut back to Lak, who is being led by this otterfolk person going, yeah, come with me, come on.
Yeah,
Kind of awkward scuttling. You do notice that at every street he stops, looks left and right, and at one point goes, and backs against the wall.
Is this some... Okay.
So you back against the wall as well. Can you just roll a stealth check for me?
Oof. 14.
Okay, so as you back against the wall, just running past you, because obviously we're jumping a bit in time here. You see 10 legionnaires in a trot, fully armed. One of them with kind of some rope over his shoulder, and they look to be heading away. And Fixings just turns around and goes, close, that was close. Get too close to those guys.
But it is close. It's good. It's close. They must be going to help my friends right now.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling them. It's nice to see the efficiency going on around here.
Not sure. Anyway, come on. He leads you off. You scuttle down some more streets until you find yourself in a very rundown looking area again. And there's some sort of big warehouse with got as you walk in, you see this is where like Glimmerwood offcuts are being stored and things like that, ready for transport. There's wagons in there that are starting to be loaded. By this time, wagoneers and cartiers are starting to leave. And again, you are led through. Fixins kind of scuttles through, comes up to what looks like a plain bit of wall, and just like gives it a little knock. And then there's nothing for a second, and then he repeats the knock, and he goes, It's me. Come on. And then this door opens, like slides sideways, and Fixings just like jumps and like, quick, come on, before people see.
Keep the official secret. I like it. Keep them safe. Lak jumps through.
Door closes, and then behind you, you sit down and you see like a very basic office. Essentially, it's got a table, chairs, a desk. Behind it, the room is crowded, by the way, with fox folk. You see a couple of fawns. You see a couple of humans as well. And behind the desk, looking over plans, is a rather matronly looking, almost completely silver-haired fox, who looks up, and she has quite brilliant golden eyes. Well, who might Fixing? Have you brought another one home? Yeah, come on. Looking for a pass? Looking for a passage?
So we're looking for a writ of passage, my friend said it was called.
Ah, yes, right.
This man told me that you could provide that.
Fixings. What have I told you about bringing everyone off the street? He had a thing.
Oh yes, Derek told me to come and see you.
He sees the look of resignation pass over and says, Derek. Of course he did. Right, have you, and Fixings passes her the paper. She opens it. licks the rose-looking flower.
You might get. Okay.
Yes, no, that's real. Well then, it seems you're in need of help.
Oh, yes. A writ of passage.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay.
I know Fixins is quite excitable. I assure you, I am not. Now then, why are you not going the official route? Who are you hiding from, and who do you hope to avoid? Answer truthfully.
I may have made a boo-boo here, as my mama used to call it. But as she used to say, strike while the rock is hot. So, I guess we had an assassin. So I guess we're keeping low from the assassin. My friend Octavius, he's something to do with the Legion, but I think he's not something to do with the Legion.
Sorry,
So
Octavius?
Yes.
Not Octavius Aquila?
Yes.
You see her lean back, cover her snout, and just laugh. Not in a sort of derisory way, just in a I can't fucking believe it kind of way. You're friends with Octavius Aquila?
Well, I mean, that's probably a little far. He probably wouldn't call me his friend, but I think he's mine.
Right, well, this changes everything. How can I help? Writ of passage? To where?
I mean, we were traveling to Elderspire, I think was the place.
To the capital?
I'm going to Indiri as well. So, I mean, wherever we can go. I don't know how these things work.
Okay, well, if you're going to be travelling the Dark Route Expanse, you will definitely need one. Is he with you?
I mean, not here, obviously. But I did leave him safe in the inn that we were in. And there was lots of Legion people going to look after him, so it should be fine.
What? She's now stood, kind of hands hitting desk. You've done what?
I didn't do anything. We were attacked, and so the law came to help us out. Or at least they said they were. And then I came to find a writ of passage.
Leans back and just turns and looks from the others. And you notice, again, a fawn with like foppish golden curls falling around. And she says, yes, go, check. Just nods, ducks out of the door. And we're going to cut back at this point to the party, who by now you have been led through the streets, and you remember seeing the large barracks on the corner of where the trade building was in the main kind of T-junction crossroads. You've been led in, and inside you see, getting up, getting ready, patrolling, close to like 200 people. And those are the ones who assume are just waking up and getting ready to go out, not the ones who might already be out or changing shift. You are led through, and you are led to what is called a dungeon, and you are placed in most of you, 4 of you, are placed in one cell. Octavius is placed in a separate cell. And all the time, you cry out to the guards, why am I here? What's going on? They just ignore you. They leave. So you find yourselves now in the cell block. It's just you.
Is Octavius within...
Yeah, they're all like open doors. It's classic, like the other side of the...
aisle.
2 aisles of like 3 cells either side. There's like a couple of drunk people sleeping something off in one. Like some raggedy looking... drunk, violent looking guy in another one. All of those look like asleep.
Did you recognize the assailant, the assassin in the night?
No, I had no idea. First time I've ever seen her.
2 of the Lion Legionnaires, they sounded very similar. One was a captain, one was another rank. Are they related in some way?
I'm just going to sit down and start making these stonemason's tools again. With the right tool for the job.
Yeah, you have not completed any rests, by the way. They keep interrupting you.
No. The captain and the commander are the same person. He's recently been promoted by my brother, which means that he is very much in my brother's favour. which is not a good thing.
Why is that?
I told you before that my brother and I are not close.
You know, there were times when my brother and I were not close, but at no point did he put me and my friends in a cell.
Exactly. You're proving my point for you.
Must be very, very distant.
We are now, at least.
Alright, Octavius, now, turn into like snake, slither out of here, or like rat, and then go and tell the other rats, right? And then you can bring them in here, and then C can talk to them, and then we can get them to chew through all the bars at the same time.
You mentioned
right?
if we were to...
Octavius goes and sits down on the bench, closes his eyes, and sort of meditates.
You mentioned if we came quietly, they would not harm us because they would not get what they wanted. What did you mean by that?
It was a guess, and I suppose I will find out soon whether that was correct or not.
Can I assume that Toots is not with us?
Toots is not with you currently, no.
Faeza, when Toots is not here, can you still talk to them?
No, I can't.
That's so sad. I really hope they're okay.
I hope so too. Anyway, I'm going to continue trying to make... I don't know if these will be helpful, but I don't feel right unless I've got the right tool for the job. So I'm going to try and make some masonry tools. I honestly don't know if they'll be useful.
At this point, it is pretty MacGyver as well, because you've had basically anything that could be of use to you taken away. You are down to like a few bits of string and some paper clips, but somehow with your tools for the job, you start to use your brilliant mind to figure out a way of doing it.
Paper clips? We could use those to pick a lock with.
You can certainly try. And
well, so do I have any of my other tools? Do we have any of our packs or anything?
You are in a jail cell.
I don't have my thieves' tools or anything.
No, they've been plot devised away from you.
How sturdy are the bars?
You can certainly try. I know exactly what you're thinking.
No, I got a 16. I got a 19.
Nothing.
Worth a try. Right, listen. When you're in prison, right, you got to beat up the biggest guy. And I look around, and I'm clearly the biggest guy. And I stop talking, and I sit back down.
Maybe you should punch yourself in the face. Would that work? You know, I don't know.
If anybody has any thoughts, I mean, I still have my ability to cast prestidigitation. So if we wanted to cause a distraction or make noises or smells or something.
Look, Octavius is holding out on us, right? I'm brought into a jail cell because he's over there and he's not telling us something. So why don't you prestidigitate that shit out of his mouth?
Anything I tell you is not of use to you. I need to wait for confirmation before saying anything.
Are there any guards within sight of us?
It looks like, I mean, you look around, there's no windows on these cells. It's, you know, the middle of a building. If anything, this is a very well thought out location. You've kind of been led through. Octavius, you would know, having worked in enough of these barracks, enough to at least be able to tell the others. This is like the very dead centre of the building. You're in a maybe a 40-foot long by 20 feet wide corridor that has had these cells put in. They have like these strong locks on each of them.
Okay.
Octavius, help me out here, mate. I don't know you. I've known you for like, what, a week? 2 weeks at the most, right?
Yes.
Like, I've never been in a jail cell before because I've always jumped out the window and never got caught by someone's husband. So, or wife. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What am I supposed to do? Like, what am I supposed to just rat you out and leave? Like, give me something to make me trust you.
No, because that's precisely why I'm not telling you anything. Because any information I give you, that then puts you in danger. I mean, surely you realise that.
So what? I'm just supposed to be like, I don't know this guy, murder him on a stake.
No, you're supposed to trust me.
If he was to be murdered, I think it would have happened already. And Six just sits down and meditates, a little bit like Blade from either Blade or Blade 2, but not Blade Trinity.
Was Brian Cox in any of the Blade films?
Unfortunately, he wasn't the great.
Just checking.
The late great Brian Cox. He's not dead.
He's not.
But
He's not dead.
He's just really
But
late.
that's
Rubbish
he's
at
just really late
timekeeping.
all the
So we've heard
time.
allegedly bad
Yes.
at timekeeping. I should
Yes.
say.
There's
As
no
this is
proof
going out.
to the contrary.
And only alleged by you.
Yeah, just there. It's very spurious.
Seed would like to approach kind of like the door to the cell, and basically try and lean as far into it as possible to try and see as much of the corridor area as possible, and basically look for objects that are in the corridor, things that might be like movable objects in the corridor.
Okay. You see no lamps. It is completely pitch black in here. There is well, no, there'd be like one lamp right at the end by the door, the entrance. With that very, very dim light, you get the sense that these guards are methodical and haven't left, you know, keys on a table that only need a dog to be charmed with a bone or anything. It's a plain corridor that is empty, kept with military precision.
Can we do that thing from Pirates of the Caribbean where they like lever the doors up with a bench?
I mean, if there were a bench in your cells, sure.
What are we supposed to sleep on?
The floor.
You said there was a bench, didn't you? No?
Did I?
It's just a cell.
It's just a
Octavius
cell.
is sitting on something.
Sure, there can be a bench. Why not? That'll be fun. There's a bench there.
Oh well. Well, try it. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm just gonna sit down on the.
Well, go for it, mate. If you want to try and do the old.
Faeza, can you press to digitate the floor so I've got somewhere to sit that isn't filth covered?
I'm currently making some masonry tools, so I can't do anything without interrupting that, and then I'd have to start all over again.
Seed is going to conjure their mage hand, which is going to sweep the floor.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
As this is going on, we're going to cut back to Lak, who's just been sat waiting in this room with this very tense atmosphere. And
I'm really sorry. Did I say something wrong?
You know who he is, don't you?
Octavius?
Or rather, you know who he was.
At one point he was a bird, and then he's been a bear.
So, I can see you're not really from around here. He was, you don't know the Aquilas.
No, I'm from Indiri. This is only like my first or second week in Chinella. I'm not gonna lie. You seem like nice people. Probably the only nice people we've seen in Chinella. And now I've said something wrong, and everyone's being a bit cagey.
Just if you could wait patiently, I'm. It's not my place to tell you if Octavius hasn't. I would just say we would be willing to assist Octavius.
Is he in trouble?
We'll find out. And at this moment, the door opens and the kind of golden-haired fawn returns. And just nods at her, and you see her just slump a bit. Okay. Okay, here's the deal. We'll give you a writ of passage. We'll help rescue your friends.
Rescue? What's happened to them?
He's been taken by the Legion, apparently with... And looks
He
over
works
again.
for the Legion.
He worked for the Legion. Let's just say this is about the worst place he could be right now. It appears your companions have been taken too.
My brother's with them?
Yes. They will be in the barracks right now. We will help.
Okay. But if you tell me where the barracks are, I'll get them out. I made a promise to at least one of them.
And you kind of see her reach out, not to touch you, but just in a... She goes, young man, you'll forgive me, I am a little older than you. I've seen many things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you're capable, but you cannot defeat an entire legion. Listen to me. I will help. I ask only one thing in return. Nothing in life is free.
Of course.
I would ask that once we rescue you and your companions, you do a job for us. One job.
I will do a job for you. I can't talk for the others.
That is fine.
Done.
Okay. She reaches out to shake your hand.
Mm-hmm. Then Lack reaches out and shakes her hand straight away. Full, like, wrist clasp.
She grasps your hand and she leans in and she says, "It quod semenas crescit."
That sounds like magic.
No, you recognise it to be Chinellan rather than common.
Okay.
And just look at her. She goes, "What you sow grows."
My mother used to say something like that.
Wise woman.
She was.
Welcome to the garden.
Okay. He looks around for the plants, and obviously.
As you look around, just make an insight check for me.
Okay. 24. I'm rolling high. I'm anti-Brad today.
Okay, we're balancing out the force. It's fine. As you do, you notice that symbol that you saw on the piece of paper, though you can see like the tip of a rose pointing above one person's chest, you can see as someone's leaning with their feet up, you see tattooed on their feet.
Yes,
you can see
that's hardcore. Go.
All of them have that marking somewhere. And then you look down and you see that this silver-haired fox is wearing all red and everyone else is wearing all black.
Okay, is your name Rose by any chance?
No.
Oh.
My name's Thorn and I'm going to help you rescue your friends. And that's where we're going to leave it tonight.
Yeah.
Damn.
Prism break.
So, interesting session, folks. You definitely didn't do what I expected you to do, so that's fine. That's taken us on a very different route.
I didn't do expected I would do, to be honest.
Yeah, that was that was really, really interesting. It would have been very interesting if you tried fighting.
Well, we're stupid, but we're not that stupid.
It's fine. No, I think you did really well. I think we've set this up to be very cinematic. It's fine. So we're going to start next session with an attempted jailbreak, which is going to be awesome.
Speaking of like raids, I just want to give a big shout out to the Ham crew who have just turned up for us.
Thank you, folks.
Nice to see you there. Sorry you came in at the end of our stream, but if you came a couple of hours earlier, you get to see what was really going down with or next week with the animal prison break.
Yes.
It's gonna be like animals are farthing wood up in this shit.
It feels like I was just about to say that.
I was thinking fantastic Mr. Fox in my head.
Well, as long as it's not Watership Down, we're all okay, right?
Depends on the dice. If Brad hasn't got his new dice by then
it's Watership Down.
Oh, Jesus. Brad, you had some very Bradded dice today.
Brad's not the only one getting gifts as
one.
well. Taj has already promised Seed a present and will be acquiring gifts for all of us, is what he's saying.
Oh, that's
Although
so
he-
kind.
wow.
He has said to Sean he
I
will...
want. Do you know what? I want
You are
the
getting your
Model
Tesla,
S.
Sean, don't worry.
I want
How are you
the
getting the
newest.
Tesla,
I
Sean?
think I want the new one. Yeah, 5 doors, if you can. That would be nice.
It's going to get you a
Heated
TES,
seats.
the Times Educational Supplement.
Or a toy, or a little die-cast.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Oh, hilarious.
So, yeah,
Well, thank you so
I-
much, folks, for giving stuff to us. That is so kind. We
That
really
is
appreciate
amazing.
it.
And everyone that came in at the end, you can watch this back on YouTube and on Twitch at Blood and Song, and we chop it up into episodes which go out onto Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, I'm really busy. I can't listen to like a 1 hour podcast, Dan. Like, you know what?
You don't have to. Each one of the podcasts is
Oh my
into a nice
goodness.
little half-hour, 20-minute section.
That's like the length of a commute.
It's,
If-
well,
if
in this
any of
day
us
and
were
age, it's,
commuting.
Anybody
it's the
was
length of your,
commuting.
it's the
Our
length of your
American
toilet
viewers are
break.
still watching, so you know they're
Fair,
still
that's fair.
working, folks. And some of us key workers are still going to work, so you
Turn it
know.
on in the morning, brush your teeth, make your cup of coffee, get settled for the day, and in your pants, and turn your laptop on from
And
home.
then go back to
Still be
bed
able
and
to
have
get-
my laptop on next to me, right?
Oh, is that? Are you revealing your work from home? Let's hope none of your bosses are watching the stream. But we could do it. We could do with more numbers. So you could encourage them to.
Who couldn't do with more numbers?
If we
everyone
get,
can
a
do.
certain amount of followers, we should ask all of our employers to watch this.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I fully agree with
I'm
that.
self-employed. My employer's already here. I'm self-employed.
The thing
Nice,
is, though, as
Christine.
far as I'm aware, you're the only one that has to really worry about that.
That is true. That's absolutely true. And I just
We
did a
can't
course
say
on
what
that.
Sean does, but what we can say is that yes, he is an ice cream salesman.
What we can't
But
say.
one of the
we can't
non-pervy
say-
ones, though.
We can't say what Sean does, but if we get 100 reviews on iTunes, we will then reveal what Sean's job is.
Oh yeah, it's not that secretive. He's not in MI5
Get
or
me
anything.
fired
Or is he?
at minimum,
He's not.
and then at most,
But he could be, but he's not.
some kind of defending ministry. I just did a course as well. One of those online courses about like how and when and what happens.
How
if
to
you
be part of
mention-
MI5, an online
Yeah.
course.
I
man,
genuinely
even
actually
Bond's
considered
working
joining
on
Two
my
MI5.
days,
you know.
2 days. You have to go to Birmingham
yeah,
and
that's
stay
it.
at a hotel.
No, you don't need to do that. Just do it on Coursera. You'll be good. It's all
That's
good.
Well, it's true. Actually, it's digital now only. So.
And if you
Yeah,
break
yeah.
the law, Sean, in fact, any of you, you'll just end up in jail, and we'll have to get a load of animal folk to break you out. So
We've got-
we'll find out what will trust. Look at
That's
that
already
all
good,
around.
isn't it?
I mean, even MI5
segue.
field agents are working from home nowadays.
That's true. With really long binoculars, like
We've
massive
heard.
binoculars.
We don't have any proof,
all they've
or
got.
you can't acknowledge that, can we, Brad?
No.
But we've
No.
heard.
So we heard, allegedly. So thank you so much for watching, folks. Please do like, subscribe at the socials, which are, Ryan?
They are at Blood Song Party on Twitter and at Blood and Song on Facebook and Instagram. And also make sure you subscribe on Twitch. We are going for affiliate status. Hameta has just followed us, which is fantastic.
Oh,
That's
lovely.
great news.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So come in and join us. And as you said, we'll have a special surprise for everybody. It was not a surprise. We're going to dress up as our characters. And my character's shirtless, so enjoy that. But yeah, we'll do that when we get affiliate status for your viewing and oral pleasure.
Thank you so much, folks. Thank you, players. Good session tonight. We'll resolve it next week. And until then, may the Great Mother guide you in all that you do. Night, folks.
Bye.